Standard deviation is how much values in a data set, here's a data set, 4 data sets, vary or deviate from the mean, the average. How spread out is the data? Here's that means standard deviation. To find standard deviation, you're going to take a big, huge square root. N stands for the number of terms. So, for instance, how many terms are here? 4. So that's going to be 4, this particular problem. Mean is your average. So basically, you take your first number, subtract your mean, square it. Second number, subtract your mean, square it. Third number, subtract your mean, square it, until you do all your numbers. Divide by how many numbers, so average them, square root it. That's your standard deviation. The variance, basically take that answer and square it. So you don't worry about square rooting. Because when you square a square root, didn't you just go back to what's inside? When you square a square root, you're basically just focusing on the inside info. Okay. So standard deviation. You first need to find the mean, how many terms you have, and then you follow the formula. So to get this mean, what we do for mean, we do 7 plus 12 plus 1 plus 4, and what do we divide by? 4. Mean is average, and what you do for average, you add them all up, divide by how many. So when you add that all up, it looks like you get 24 over 4, which is 6. So your average is 6. Now, we follow this formula. For the standard deviation, the formula is really big. What's this bottom number going to be? 4. How many terms? So that bottom number is 4, kind of like average again. Here, we are going to subtract 2 numbers and square it. According to the formula, you take your first number, subtract your mean. So my mean was 6, and what's my first number? 7. And then you add, do it again. My next number is 12. Subtract my mean and square it. My next number is 1. Subtract my mean, square it. And my next number is 4. Subtract my mean, square it. Okay. Kind of hard to fit in that gap. I'm sorry, you kind of do your best. Now you just do the math and you'll get an answer. So 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 squared. Plus 12 minus 6 is 6. And 1 minus 7 is negative 5. And the last one is negative 2. Now, do you really have to worry about those negatives? No, because when you square a negative, doesn't it become positive? So what you now have is basically that's 1 plus 36 plus 25 plus 4. And that ends up with, what is that going to be? It looks like these two have to 40. So that's 65, 66. And you don't have to take weird square roots like this. Just simply, can you reduce what's inside? That would be 33 over 2. If you had a calculator, you go farther. Otherwise, that's your answer. Done. Now,